Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about time. Time is something that we used to have very little of. If you remember when we were working and we used to come home and we'd be tired, we'd go, probably some of us would take a nap when we get home or whatever, or we got a whole bunch of a list of to-do lists, that your ex-wife or wife would have waiting for you when you get home or whatever when we were working during our working years. And once you retire as expats, we have so much time on our hands. And some of the guys over here are early birds. I'm not an early bird, but some guys get up over here at 6 a.m. in the morning and they go to bed at 12 midnight and they don't need a lot of sleep or whatever. So they get like 18 hours to do whatever they want to do, and they squander it. And some people do make good use of that time. But over here, and resting, in our 60s and 50s and 70s and 80s and stuff is a good part of the day. Actually, some of the time I enjoy the most and I feel like I'm getting the most done is when I'm doing nothing. I actually get the most done when I'm doing nothing. It gives me time to gather my thoughts and stuff like that. But some people squander that time. They get bored with it. And I have a lot of people that call me, and anybody that knows me that comes over to my house all the time knows that I receive a lot of phone calls, and a lot of guys I find are very lonely, and I often have to cut people off. I have a few people that would talk to me for 3 or 4 hours if they could, and and some of these guys, you try to get off the phone and hey Joe, or hey whatever your name is, I got to get going. I got things I got to do today. I have to read emails and answer comments and stuff like that. As a vlogger, that's something we have to do. It's part of our day, and helping people. And sometimes I have to get these people off the phone. It's very difficult. And finally, you just got to say, hey, listen, I got to cut you off. I got to go. I'll talk to you later. And you got to hang up. And you don't like to do that, but you have to. Because there's people here that are very, very lonely and they want to talk to you for hours. And I have friends sometimes I like to talk to for hours. You have some people that are from your hometown or maybe from your area, and you have a lot in common. You like to talk to them. And some people you're friends with, but you just don't have a lot in common that you really want to talk about, and you want to end the conversation because it kind of is starting to lack a little bit. You're kind of tired and you want to do something else with your day or whatever. And I find that a lot of people here really need to fill up their days more with things that they enjoy doing. And a lot of guys here, for lots of different reasons, it could be lack of money, it could be lack of hobbies, or it could be maybe they're just getting older, they can't move about as much as they used to and can't do the things that they want to do. These are the reasons why a lot of people don't fill in that time, and I get that. But you got to find something that fills your time, not just sitting in front of a computer all the time watching movies or whatever, stuff like that. Sometimes going outside and sitting in the sun or something like that, or sitting at the table gathering your thoughts might be the most productive time of your day. Getting out, doing your 10,000 steps every day. That's a good thing to do if you can. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. I try to, but most days I don't get to do it for one reason or another. When my sciatica is really running bad, that's the day I should be doing it the most. And sometimes I just can't walk. I just can't get out there to walk. And I really push myself to get out there to walk, to stretch that leg, to stretch that sciatic muscle. And sometimes I can't, especially in the morning. It takes me 2 to 3 hours to even get walking sometimes. If I have a 6 o'clock appointment to ride somewhere or go someplace in the morning, guess what? I got to get up at like 3 a.m. to be ready for 6 a.m. to get my muscles stretched, to get going. For me, that's my day. And a lot of other older guys also have that issue too. And that takes up a good chunk of my day, getting ready for my day. And sometimes I get up later because of the pain in my hip or whatever. And as we age, we all are going to have situations like that, and sometimes it's our wife. We have to help our wife or our girlfriend because maybe they're older too. We also have that situation over here too. A lot of guys are married to people the same age as them or fairly close. That's all part of living the expat years, the retirement years. Is taking care of our significant others. Sometimes it's them taking care of us taking care of them, or sometimes it's both of us taking care of each other, looking out for each other. But guys, fill in your time. Use that quality time that's worth so much to us and fill it with good things in your retirement years. Remember, this is our last stop on the bus. We might not want to talk about it. It's not fun to talk about. It's not something anybody wants to hear. But it's the last stop on the bus for us. For many of us, it's the last stop on the bus. Make that ride a fun ride, because it's part of who we are. I got a little bit of wind here blowing here, guys. But it's part of who we are. We're in our elder years now. We're getting older. We don't like to think like that. I often look around me sometimes and I says, man, look at all these older people I'm hanging around with. And then I think about it. It's like, damn, I'm 62. I'm also 60. So I'm in my 60s also. It's like, wow, I'm the same as them. I am them. It used to be you used to look and say, man, those people are old. And I still say that today. Man, look at all these old guys sitting over here. And I realize they're the same age as me. They're me. I'm that old guy now. I'm that old guy. We are that old guy, And often we don't think about that. A lot of us, when we're all hanging out together, we're just like in our 20s again, and we kind of feel that way when we go out and do things and stuff. We do things that we would have probably did in our 20s. We're jumping off of rocks into the water and doing all kinds of fun stuff, and some of us can't do that anymore because we're getting older and we can't go out on the boats. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't, we wish we could, but we can't because our bodies are aging, but our minds are still young. But in order to keep our minds young, we have to keep them active. A lot of guys don't want to keep them active. And I really implore people, if you can't get out, at least go on and play chess online or, with somebody or do something fun. Do something you like to do. Call your family, talk to your family, play some games or something. Get active in a Scrabble competition with people that like to play Scrabble. It sounds stupid and it sounds like something old people would do, but you know what? We used to play Scrabble when we were younger. I love playing Scrabble. Monopoly, Risk. There's so many games out there to do. There's bingo games that you can go to still around, even around here in the Philippines. There's bingo games you can go to if you like doing stuff like that. There's senior groups around here. We don't like to think of ourselves as seniors, but there's senior groups around here with Filipinas and Filipinos in there just for fun. You can hang out with them and do stuff. We're those older people now. So when we look at older people, we're saying, man, I don't know if I want to hang around with older people. I want to hang around with the younger people. I don't want to be that old guy in the neighborhood. We are, though. We are. And yes, we can still do the young things if you're able to do those things. Sometimes you can't. You might have a walker. You might have a cane. You might, sometimes you can't do those things. But you know what? We still have some of our youth left. We don't have a lot of youth left, but we got youth. We got a little youth left in us, and we want to pretend like we're that young guy that, and a lot of guys come over here with that illusion that, I'm 25 again because I'm in the Philippines. I can get the young girls that are 26 and 27 years old, 28, 29, 30, 35, whatever. We still think of ourselves as that young guy. We're not, though, and it's okay for us to go out and do things that older people do now because we're more mature. At least most of us are. Let's face it. I mean, there's a lot of expats over here that they're kind of in the middle there. They don't know what to think of. They can't find themselves. They really can't. There's a lot of expats over here that can't find themselves. They don't know who they are yet. And it takes a while to be in the Philippines and start discovering yourself. And it's kind of a fun thing to do, is to find out who you really are, because most of our lives we've been working. And we really didn't have times to really find out who we are. Some of us did, some of us didn't. Some of us are lucky to have great jobs where we found a job that we loved and we put ourselves into that job and we found our niche in life. We found out who we are, and sometimes people don't find out who they are. I mean, I really kind of had a self-discovery over here. A lot of other people do too when they come into this country. They have a self-discovery of who they are and they start finding out, man, that person that I had back that I was in the United States, I'm not that same guy now. I'm different. I really discovered who I am and what I am, But anyway, guys, I just want to talk a little bit about this. It's kind of a fun subject, and you guys can leave all your comments in there. But, when you come here, find out who you are. Discover yourself. We are that old guy now. We are. Whether we like it or not. But we can still be youthful and have fun and enjoy ourselves and fill in that time that you have, that spare and extra time that you have. Fill it in with what you have. The time that you have, fill it in with good things and good fun. And, fill it with love and friendship and stuff like that too. God bless, guys. Take care.